Tell me about your project. What is your project?
It is a dual purpose project. So it not only lights up the village, it also discourages animals, especially the tigers, from coming into the villages.
Is it a big problem, tigers coming into the village at night?
It indeed is. We have about 50 such patients every year. And fortunately, the people in the Sundarbans no longer retaliate against the tigers.
And why did the tigers come into the village? Are they hungry? Are they looking for food? Are they just curious?
Probably they're just curious. Though the tigers in the Sundarbans have a bad name for being man-eaters, which essentially they aren't. They're not man-eaters. Because every time the tigers do come into the villages, they actually don't make a killing of humans. They do kill cattle, dogs and goats, but they don't kill humans.
So by installing these lights, are you really saving the lives of the tigers more so than the people?
I think it's both. You know, we don't want the tigers to be coming into the villages and getting into trouble. So in a way, it saves the lives of the tigers themselves.
Tell me about this group of people.
Oh, this is one of the most backward places. They do not have electricity, they do not have roads, they do not have healthcare services. But it's a beautiful place to be in. The people are extremely nice. They're dependent on the forest. They're dependent on agriculture for their living. And they have learned to live with the tigers.
And how big are these villages? Are they, 10 families, 3 families, 50 families?
Each village has about 5,000 people.
So they're big villages.
Yes, they are fairly large villages. In fact, all of these villages have about 1,000 people per square kilometer. That's a huge density in a rural setup.
And what about the tigers? Are there a lot of tigers left there, or very few?
There are quite a few, actually. WWF does the official counting of tigers in the Sundarbans. They've just come back from the field yesterday. So we are hopeful that we have at least 110 tigers.
What are these lights like? Are they a typical, describe these lights to me.
These are light posts, solar light posts, with an additional connection in somebody's house or a little shop or a community space. So the idea is the installation is taken care of, and there is an added benefit to somebody who does not have access to electricity.
So tell me about the first time these villagers ever see these lights. I mean, they've never had an electric light. When they see it, what's their reaction?
They are certainly very excited. Yeah. And then the next neighborhood comes and says, oh, we need a light too.
They all want lights, right?
Yeah, they all want lights, and we already have 60 such installations.
How many do you need?
But I think we need 600 more.
Wow. You know? So you have a long way to go. You've come a long way, but you have a long way to go.
Oh, yes. I mean, the first power station we did, and one of my colleagues in that village is actually considered as God, nothing less. And I am considered as the God's boss. So, the children, the women, the men, it feels so good to be in that village and see people being happy, their lives being changed for the better. So it's extremely satisfying.
I think it's got to be the neatest thing to see somebody see a light come on for the first time. Right? So
when I did see somebody who just saw light for the first time, it's very difficult to describe that moment. It's wonderment. What's this? So the villagers are extremely excited. They are happy about it. The children refuse to go home after darkness. So the mothers at times get annoyed with us.
I think it's really amazing what you guys are doing. If there's something that somebody's watching this video, is there something special that you want them to know about your project?
Well, I just want them to know that this is an area which is unlike any other in the world. That's why it's a World Heritage Site, and therefore we can't compromise with this area. But this is also an area with about 1,000 people per square kilometer. without access to many of the things that we take for granted. And therefore, whatever little difference we can make, we should try and do that.